Pissed off. Pissed off.
Oh, 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 oh. What is going on with your boy Preston, Phat Samurai Guy, back again with it's been a while since we did a Is It Underrated episode with my brother from another mother, Filmmaker, Kyle Wong in the house. Welcome back to the show, brother.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
it has been
crazy.
a while. Yeah, man. We got Oscar in the house. What's going on, brother? Yes, and this is a very interesting and special episode today because I did you suggest this? I think you did.
I
way
did.
back.
I actually did
way
suggest
back.
this. Yeah,
way back. And we just never.
Most of my suggestions have been like, yeah, this is actually underrated, and now I'm like, this one is like, is it?
Yeah, we're gonna get into it. We're gonna get into it for sure. But yeah, thanks all of you for watching and tuning in right now, and all you legends are going to be watching this later when it's not live. Thanks again for tuning in here. Oh, we got the Nate Dogs in the Heezy. Good to see everyone. Yeah, big huge shout out to all our subscribers. And if you enjoy these kind of live stream discussions and podcast episodes, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the old Samurai Guy. Hit the notification bell, hype the video, all that good stuff. But we are talking about today A Better Tomorrow 3, Love and Death in Saigon, 1989. And I was like, you know what? I've only seen this film once. I've only seen this movie once. And this was like way back in the day. We're talking probably most likely late 90s since I've seen this movie. Late 90s, probably maybe early 2000s, maybe. But I mean, it feels like 5 billion years ago. And I don't remember hating it, but I don't remember loving it as much as the first two Better Tomorrow movies. But that's it. I don't really remember that much about it, except Anita Mui was awesome in it, and Chow Yun-Fat was dual wielding assault rifles. That's all I really remember from it. But this is interesting, man. This is interesting. I was like, you know what? Let's go back in time. Let's go back. Let's jump into the TARDIS with Doctor Who and just go back in time and talk about this movie. But I was like, you know what? Before I sit down and revisit this film that I've only seen once, let me revisit the first two Better Tomorrow movies. So, you know, we have the beautiful new transfer from Shout Studios. The whole Hong Kong class. Oh, he's got the merch. He's got the merch. Is that the best cover artwork from out of all the Shout Studio releases? I think so. Because that's pretty awesome. Cover artwork.
It does cover all three films, which is really good.
Nice. Yeah, man. Maybe one day I'll get it. We'll see. Eventually. What's going on, KL? What's going on, man? Good to see you, brother. Yeah. But I was like, you know what? I could just jump into this because it's a prequel, but it's been a while since I've seen the first two Better Tomorrow movies. I got the old classic DVD releases, man, the Tai Sang releases. Yeah, man. Shout out to Frank Jang. But let's see, we Better Tomorrow I only seen once and would love to revisit it. What's going on, Colin? Good to see you, man. So I was like, you know what? Let me wait on Better Tomorrow 3. Let me go back and revisit. Oh, this is a spoiler review, by the way. For all three films, I'm going to throw some things in there. And I sat down and watched the first Better Tomorrow. And as soon as I heard that theme music, oh my God. Speaking of jumping into TARDIS and being pulled back in time, I was like, oh my God, I haven't heard this theme song, which shouldn't work. That theme song should not work.
No, but it does.
it just works, and it's iconic, and it's nostalgic for me. And when I heard it, I was like, oh my god. And it brought rewatching that first movie brought me so much joy because it reminded me of the very first time I started discovering these movies
Hmm.
and trying, finally getting into Hong Kong cinema more, because now you got the Tai Sing releases are out there, and I'm on the hunt trying to find these movies. And I sat there and I was just like, man, everyone gives such a great performance in that film. Chow Yun-Fat is goated.
Oh, yep.
And it's just like you have that one scene where they're at the bar and he's sitting there
Yes.
when the guy put the gun to his head, and he went from smiling happy to intense eyes
Yeah.
story in a half a second. And
Mhm.
I'm like, Jesus Christ, this guy's such a great. But you have the delicious T Lung.
Yep.
That's an inside joke if you guys don't know what that is. If you hear anybody in chat say, "Oh, it's the delicious T Lung," that's an inside joke that's been around for years on the channel. But yeah, everyone's so good in that, and the action's great. And just think about it, Kyle. Think about it. That movie made everyone,
Mhm.
because Chow Yun-Fat was considered box office poison around that time. They
Yep.
do not use this man.
Yeah.
Have this man in your movie. He's the box office poison. The delicious T Lung. I'll stop calling him that. T Lung. This was kind of his comeback movie as well. And then you
Yeah.
have Leslie Chung, who's an up and
Yep.
comer, and it made
Exactly.
John Woo's career as well. It put him on the map. So Better Tomorrow, that first movie is really important, and created a whole new genre
The
of
heroic
action.
bloodshed genre.
Yeah, heroic bloodshed genre. Of course, passed down from Chang Che, from Shaw Brothers, and John Woo did his own version with the gun fu.
Yep.
But it's such an important movie, and it was a blast revisiting that film. It made you feel
Mhm.
that movie. And then I went to the second film. And again, I haven't seen it in years. All I remember is that one of the greatest action finale shootouts ever filmed is in that movie. And one goofy moment that I had to roll my eyes to get through.
Eat the rice.
Eat the rice. But the English dubbing is hilarious, by the way. This rice stinks. It's hilarious. The guy throws it. But again, spoiler alert. But after watching A Better Tomorrow 2, I made a decision. This is how I see the first two Better Tomorrow movies. This is how I compare them. And you guys may disagree with me, okay? The first Better Tomorrow, overall, a better movie in terms of story, everything, right? The Texas Chainsaw Massacre, overall, a better movie than the sequel. But the sequel is ridiculously entertaining.
Yes.
So I think that's a great comparison. Because Toby was like, I can't redo the first. I can't really sequel and redo the first. The first movie I did was perfection. So fuck it. We're gonna be bonkers. We're gonna throw everything at the wall, see what happens, and we're just gonna have fun. We're just gonna have fun. That's a Better Tomorrow too. Because I could not take a lot of that part of that movie seriously, even though all of the actors still brought their A game. Everybody.
Yeah.
Everyone brought their A game in terms of performance. But there were so many moments in that movie where I was laughing. Well, I'm pretty sure I probably wasn't supposed to be laughing.
And
like
someone actually
go ahead.
Someone actually brought it up. The work print actually brought a bit more, and the fact that there was a 4-hour cut that John Woo
What?
made, but in the release of this, they actually
Yeah.
did release a much more longer version of the work print, which
how is that version on there? That's on the
It
box
is.
set as well?
Yeah, that's on the
Oh,
box set.
man. I gotta
It's
get the
not.
box set.
It's actually not bad. It fleshed out a few more things.
Okay.
Like brought more characterizations for Leslie Chung's character instead of him just like being there, and then this even giving T Lung's character much more as well, and
Okay.
we see more of Chow Yun-Fat interacting with Dean Sheck's character even more, and that created like this whole bonding process
Okay.
between all four of them. And now it's like, okay,
I gotta watch that version. I
Yeah,
gotta watch that version for sure.
but
Dean,
it.
believe it or not, Dean for me was the standout
Mhm.
in that movie. When I first found out who that was, because when I saw him in A Better Tomorrow 2, I was like, oh man, he looked like some Charles Bronson. We got Charles Bronson up in there, right? He was reminding
Yeah.
me of Charles Bronson. And then when I found out who that really was, you go back to Warriors 2, and he's playing those weird, he always plays those weird, eccentric, out there, villainous type of kung fu guys. And I was like, that's the same guy because he's like serious and he's like, playing like he like really lost his mind for a while because he lost his daughter and his business and all that in the second movie. But you go back to Warriors 2 and he's just like fighting like this, like that's my kung fu, Samo, take that.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's turned into Three Stooges. But I was like, oh my God, that's the same guy. And he kind of plays similar characters like that. You'll see him play a lot of characters like that. But in this movie, he's like, No Better Tomorrow 2, he's really serious.
Yeah.
But I mean, there's those moments in there that I probably wasn't supposed to be laughing, like the random guy who just, I am told I wanted to make a comic book and artwork of all your tall tales, of all your adventures from the first film. I'm gonna make. He's like, at first I thought he made a replica of Chow Yun-Fat's character from the first movie with all the bullet holes in it. I thought he made a replica, but apparently that's his real. How the hell did he get that from forensics? How did he get that from the police? How did he get that from the police? And I'm like, no, I can't take this movie serious. I can't. This is just this is bonkers, and we're just having fun now. The owner of the taxi driver, the taxi company,
fucking explosives that are just so overpowering. You're just like, what's with those grenades? Do you want more? No.
He randomly shows up at the end to feed. They tell him to fuck off because they don't want him to die, and he randomly shows up at the end to give Chow Yun-Fat ammo. And I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna stop asking questions. I'm just enjoy the ride. That's A Better Tomorrow 2. Just enjoy the ride.
Yep.
Chow Yun-Fat's twin brother.
Yep.
Is in this movie. That's it. Turn your brain off. Yep. No. Just we're. This is Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2. We're just having fun. We're just gonna make an exciting action movie. That's it. Oh my God. I was laughing a lot, dude. Now, do you think they made a good decision killing off Leslie Chung in that second movie?
Honestly,
did they fumble that? Because it would have been nice to have him in the end finale shooting a whole bunch of dudes with the team.
I agree.
What do you think?
After like doing some research about A Better Tomorrow 3, I stumbled upon a interview with Tsui Hark talking about the fact that that him and John Woo the company Golden Princess wanting to make A Better Tomorrow 2, and they said, yeah, we almost don't want to make A Better Tomorrow 2, and the only reason why Dean Sheck is the main character was because they had to build a story around him. And so this
is making a lot more sense now.
Yeah, so hence why like Leslie Chung's character is like relegated to just almost non-existent, and hence why they kind of, if you kind of look at it this way, if it's 1 and 2, that whole cycle of what T. Lung fears for about his brother dying, literally just comes full circle now. And
right, and they set it up too with the bad luck, the falling star, and all that stuff.
Exactly.
But oh my God, it's just I just a lot of it. Again, the acting is great from everyone, especially Dean. But a lot of it, I'm just I can't. We're just having fun here, man. I can't take it seriously. And then he's like, and then Chow Yun-Fat's character is like, "Fuck it, I'm just gonna wear my dead brother's bullet-ridden jacket shirt at the end to honor him. Let's just fuck people up and have one of the greatest action shootout finales ever. That's it.
Yep,
that's it. But now we are here. Better Tomorrow 3. And again, like I don't remember hating it. I don't remember loving it as much as the first two. So this is a perfect pick, Kyle, for Is It Underrated?
Mhm.
And we're going to get into it right here. So 1989, here's the plot synopsis. A man travels from China to Vietnam on the brink of war with America to retrieve his uncle and cousin, but finds complications when he falls in love with a female gangster with a dangerous ex. And it's so um, much fun revisiting this. I mean, this is what the channel and the podcast is all about. But it was so cool seeing Shekin, man.
Yeah.
It's so cool seeing him, man. Mr. Han.
Yep.
Yeah, it was so cool. You know, I felt bad for him too, but you know, they have a restaurant out there, and
Yeah.
Mark, we're just gonna call him Mark, Chow Yun-Fat's character, is trying to get out there and trying to, get his family to safety, get him back to China, and then maybe restart a business over there. But it was so
Yep.
nice seeing Mr. Han in a pleasant manner.
Yeah.
What if
Instead of
Mr.
what we
Han? What if Mr. Han went the positive way?
exactly and didn't lose his hand
Yeah,
in a
didn't lose
shooting
his
accident.
hand. Didn't have his own evil island where he has tournaments to the death. But yeah, it was good seeing him, man. But shots like this, Choi really has his own style,
Yeah.
and that's what you want when you got John Woo, Ringo Lam, Tsui Hark, all Johnny Toe. Everyone has their own style, and it just gives you so much variety. And there's so many different great flavors to choose from out there. But Choi really had that visual style, like a lot of eye popping cinematography. He's so good in his movies. I mean, look at the Once Upon a Time in China
Yeah.
films, the first two, and shots like this when they're all together. This shot here is nostalgic to me because I think this was the cover for the
Yes.
Tai Sang DVD that was released a long time ago, and that's nostalgic to me only because in Suncoast, oh yeah, I'm dating myself. In Suncoast, which is a video store that you go to and buy stuff in the
I
mall.
remember a Stone Coast
Suncoast
visiting.
had a foreign film section,
Mhm.
and I would go in there and they would have the Better Tomorrow DVDs in there, 1, 2, and 3, and I would see those covers, and I would sit there and stand there and drool. Not literally drool, but internally drool, like I want to buy these so bad, but they were $50 a pop. Oh yeah, baby. $50 a pop because you're buying it in the mall and foreign films and they raised the price for $50 a pop for the DVDs. I was like, damn. So I ended up had to find them, another way later when the price was more reasonable. But yeah, it's great cinematography. The music's well done. But yeah, we have our villain here, our antagonist. Man, they did a great job of wanting you to see him get fucked up.
Yeah.
I wanted this guy to die so bad. Excuse me. But yeah, Mark wants to go out there, help his family, but it's just a bad time, man. It's just a
Yeah.
horrible time. Civil unrest, war, turmoil, it's not good. But him and his brother, we have the great
Cousin.
Tony. Oh, excuse me, sorry, thank you, cousin. The great Tony Leung here. I call him Tall Tony.
Mhm.
You got short
Yeah.
Tony Leung, got tall Tony Leung. Great actor, plays his cousin, and he's just kind of like, you know what, man, you see what's surrounding us right now, right?
Yeah.
It's inevitable that we're gonna do some crime to get the fuck out of here. It's gonna take us too long to raise money to get dad out of here. Get my father out of here. Get us out of here. So fuck it. We got to do what we got to do to survive. And then that's when they run into the amazing Anita Mui,
Yeah.
who this Anita Mui, bro. This is her film, bro.
Yeah. I
This
agree.
is her movie, dude.
Like we could talk about Sarah Connor. We could talk about Ripley. This is a movie that really you rarely see Anita Mui do much action compared to the heroic trio, but this is like one of the movies I like. She actually owns it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like her like
Yeah.
hiding guns in in her
Dude.
hair, and then just somehow just she basically like incepts how Chow Yun-Fat's character gets to be who he is in The Bear Tomorrow, which I will get into after when we talk about it. But yeah, like she,
Yeah.
and even when she like jumps out the building and then shoots and then lands in the dirt, I'm like,
Yeah.
wow. I'm like, damn. That's and the fact that she could play like hardened to a soft spoken right after, and
Yeah.
you believe it too. I was just like, damn.
Yeah, you
Really
do.
killed it.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's hard to, because Chow Yun-Fat's so charismatic on screen. He could just do
Yeah.
the littlest things,
Yeah.
I botched that. You can do the littlest thing, and you're just captivated to the guy. But when she's on screen with him, she either holds her own or she
Yeah.
completely, eclipses him in terms of
Yeah.
screen presence. I mean, she's that good, man. I mean, she's
Yeah.
just absolutely phenomenal in this movie. But yeah, that scene where she just does the spin around and just completely lays those dudes out. You know the look on their faces, bro?
Yeah.
Afterwards, when she's just gun blazing, just looking strong, and the glasses falling and all that. And then it cuts to both of their faces like,
Yeah.
all right.
Like,
that was me. That was that was me, bro. That was me. This guy over here. That was me. Like, I was like watching that scene. I was like, fucking hell, she's so good, man. So good. The scene right here. Yeah, man. But she just completely mows down those guys. It was just strong, fierce, badass, and just like, you guys done fucked up, But they convince her more. Mark did Tony's character was kind of more anxious and kind of hot-headed a little bit. Rewatching the film because I forgot it. I thought Tony character was gonna be the prick of the movie that's gonna portray the family and portray the friendship. I thought he was gonna be one of those characters, but no, he was true to the end.
Yeah.
He even gave up. He had feelings for Anita Mui's character, but even he kind of just gave up. He was like, "No, y'all need to be together. Fuck it."
Yeah, and
I was surprised.
That was like a nice little adage in the story itself. Was like how when they first meet up, and it's just she seems nice. Oh, here's your lipstick, and then next thing you know, in the end, you could see it where like when they talk about like in the restaurant, both Tony Leung and Chow Yun-Fat are like, all right, you could have her. And then Chow Yun-Fat really dissolves any feeling, even though like Tony Leung is just like, oh, she actually has feelings for Mark. And then even Mark's just like, nope, this shouldn't happen. This should happen. Like, you guys should be together. But like you said, Tony Leung's like, no, you two should be together.
He was hurting.
Yeah.
Mark was hurting. You could tell.
Oh yeah, you see it, especially during the club scene after she finds him in Hong Kong, and I was just like, damn.
Yeah.
This is really well done.
I shouldn't be interested in this.
Right? which is weird, like the fact that we go from like 2 action dramas to just full like not even romance, just a well character building drama.
Yeah.
With action built in, and it's just like, shit. This is really good.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, they, she has some status. Her character. She had a mob bosses. She was mob boss girlfriend in a way. And she talked highly of him. He was her soulmate, if you will, and kind of gave her status. She kind of ran the club and all that kind of stuff. But she took Mark and his cousin under her wing, and like, all right, let's see what you guys got. You want to be part of the business? All right, let's see. And then there's a deal goes wrong with this handsome lad,
Yep.
a little trade there, and of course, that's when we get the guns ablaze. And go ahead and say it, Kyle.
So, anyways, I started blasting. Bang, 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 bang. But I don't see so good. So, bang, bang, bang.
So I started blasting. Yeah. I don't. All of the action throughout the film is really well done. I don't know what it is about this first one. This might be my favorite. I don't know. What's your favorite action set piece out of the whole film?
Like, definitely.
I like all of them. Even the finale one is good, but I don't know.
Yeah,
Something
like,
about this first one, man.
This first one sets the tone. Like, legit sets the tone, and how even how Mark doesn't even know how to fire a gun at the start, too. But you just see like the dynamic of all three of them. Like, here's Anita Mui's character just shooting everyone at ease, and even Tony Leung's character is doing the same thing, but he's not as experienced. And then Mark is like, I am not equipped for this, but I'm gonna try. And then when you see the progression through all of it, it's like, it's you see the progression in the film of how these three characters are well put together.
Yeah, great performances from everyone. But it was, dude, even some of the non-action scenes, that got me, and I was like doing this because I was like, this is making me mad and making me uncomfortable. And it's the one scene where they're trying to get, they have their passports, they closed down the restaurant in Vietnam, they're finally getting out of there, they're trying to go home, and the soldiers basically try to rob them. The dad almost has a heart attack. They fuck up the sign that's been in the family for years, the restaurant sign. That whole scene, dude, and Tony Leung's character, what's his character's name? I keep calling him Mun. That's right, Mun. He was like fighting through the luggage to try to find the pills for his dad. And then Chow Yun-Fat's like, he's lost it because the guy takes all their money. He's trying to leave it with their passports and their money, the soldier. And he's just like, fuck it. He starts beating up that dude.
Yeah.
And that whole scene, I was like, I was uncomfortable, man. But it was that means it's great.
When you really watch it, you're just like, man, this is a very tension, drama-filled scene where it's like, are they gonna get out of there? And this fucking prick of a border guard, you're just like, fuck you. Yeah. And then, like you said, Anita Mui's character, Kit, just comes in with the cavalry. He's like, yep, we found out this guy is corrupt and everything else, and take him away, but give back this stuff. You guys are good to go. And I was like, that's good. That's good.
Isn't that corrupt? Sorry, that was for all the Neil Breen fans out there.
Oh,
isn't that corrupt? Sorry, I had to throw that out.
I can't believe you killed yourself. I can't believe you killed yourself.
I can't believe you. Oh, just look up the best of Neil Breen on YouTube. You'll be laughing your asses off. But yeah, she has to stay back now. I know, right? You smash some laptops. You need to smash.
No more.
Yeah. We need a Hong Kong action based Neil Breen.
God, no.
Yes, you want to see it. Oh man. Anyway, so unfortunately, she can't go with them back to China. She's got to stay back because she accused that soldier of wrongdoing. So she has to testify and all that. And then eventually, she does make it over there to China, and there's a great reunion scene. And I kind of like the scene where she's there for Mark. You tell she's there for Mark.
Yeah.
Mark goes in to hug her, and then she tries to kiss him, and he backs up.
She's like, "Hey."
Yeah, and you could see her face like kind of disappointed. And then Mun comes out there. Mun's trying to get all the sugar, man.
Yeah.
He's kissing her head.
And you see Mark right there too. He was just like,
he's like, oh man, Mun really has that feelings for her. All right, I'll back away.
And when you're watching, you're just like, damn, dude. Damn.
Just tell her, Mark.
Yeah.
For fuck's sake, just get it out of the way. Anyway, just tell her you got feelings for her. Anyway, of course that backfires. But yeah, just a long story short, eventually they end up separating, and she ends up going back to Vietnam with her because her mob boss boyfriend or ex-boyfriend is back.
Yep.
And this was a character I kind of wanted to see him more in the movie. He was definitely a character, man. I wanted to see him more. He was badass too. Like when we get to the action finale, he had some skill. He had some skill for sure. He had his little shootout with Chow Yun-Fat. I wanted to see more of him in the movie. But it kind of gets to the point where, you know what? He finds out about their relationship with his girlfriend, and he's like, you know what? Fuck these guys. I'm going to send them an exploding flower bouquet. And he sends it to them. He goes like, delivery, and it blows up, kills the dad. I'm like, what the fuck? Yeah. And then the next scene right after this, the mob boss boyfriend meets up with both cousins, and he goes, he's like, hey, you know what? You're lucky you didn't die from my exploding floral arrangement. You're lucky, all right? So I'm going to give you another chance. You guys need to leave. You need to piss off. Leave, don't come back, I mean, you were kind of mentioned it earlier before we went live. You said something about his jealousy.
Yeah. His jealousy is just like, dude, you didn't need to do this because you're the one leaving with her, and
she's with you.
Yeah. So
at that point, she wasn't like, well, fuck you, mob boss boyfriend. I got the hots from Mark. She's like, no, I'm with you now. Let's go.
Exactly. Like none of that could have happened, but nope. It's exactly like near the end of Karma, where Chow Yun-Fat said it. What goes around comes on, and look what happens near the end, where he's like, well, you brought this on yourself. Where it was like, well, you killed our uncle, and you're being a dick. So you know what? We're coming to Vietnam to fuck you up. Also, you almost tried to kill my cousin, but he's fine. But I'm still gonna fuck you up.
Yeah. When him and at that, when he gets over there, we're kind of fast forwarding a little bit, and you think Mun is dead.
Yeah.
So Mark is pissed because he's like, my uncle's dead, my cousin's dead, the restaurant's blown up. I don't know if I could trust you anymore. I love you, but I don't know if I could trust you anymore, bro. If you go back to that scene, he really slapped the shit out of her, bro.
Oh yeah,
dude, that slap was real, dude. I was like, oh my god. I mean, I'm sure Anita's a trooper. She's like, yeah, go ahead, fuck. I don't give a shit. I'm part of the heroic trio. Okay, fuck it, go ahead. But I was like, I was like, oh my god, that wasn't a movie slap. That looked like a real.
And you're just
that was some Sean Connery shit, right?
Not Bollywood, where it's like,
yeah. Shout out to this actor. Yeah, man. Yeah, he did great. I wanted to see more of him, but he definitely had a presence. Hey, what's up, Brian Sanchez? Good to see everybody here, man. Yeah. Good to see. Yes, for sure. Yeah, things aren't working out, and then he finds out later Mun is alive. Then they reunite, and then it's time for revenge. Revenge.
Vengeance.
But yeah, it's interesting to see how far they've come. He had great intentions to help and save his family, and then man, things just really took a dark turn. But now, talk about, you mentioned it earlier, talk about the slow creation of the Mark character brought to us by Anita Mui, influencing Mark, and then kind of given the bullet points, we'll see in the early blueprints of what Mark's character will become later in the First and Better Tomorrow movie. Talk about that.
Yeah, so we definitely get like that little bit where right at the start, he's just someone that's trying to help out his cousin and his uncle to get out of Vietnam, and then next thing you know, he meets this woman who teaches him how to shoot, and we see that montage where he starts learning how to actually shoot properly, and then also comedically like shoots a bullet hole into Mun's coconut, but you can see that influence of like, oh, so that's how he learns to shoot properly.
Yeah.
And then even like when all three of them are together, like on the town, just enjoying each other's company and seeing how like you even see it where Anita Mui starts having those feelings for him when they're looking
Yeah.
at the sunglasses, and that's how he gets his iconic sunglasses as well,
Yes.
like his iconic aviators in a sense. And then comes a scene before right before right before they leave for Vietnam, I believe, and
Yeah.
she's about to say goodbye to
She gives him a gift.
gives him a gift, and it's the coat.
Yep.
And
coat.
that's where they had to give that kind of meaning of like, this is how Mark's character became a thing. And not even a thing, just like this is what events shaped it. And I could state this as well. So if we go back to A Better Tomorrow 1, where he talks about that real scene in the bar where guns were pointed at his head.
Right. Yeah.
If we wanted to flip that, because which we will get into about Bull in the Head as well, that Chow Yun-Fat was originally supposed to be Tony Leung's Lil Tony's character in Bull in the Head originally.
Oh, I didn't know that. Oh wow.
Yeah, I found an interview.
Yeah.
Again, I was researching this film to see if there's no one's talking about this film, which is crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy. No one's talking about this film.
Except us. And all you legends that are watching right now.
Yeah. So if we want to flip it this way, because like they in Bull in the Head, there is that scene with Mark talking about how he almost had to drink piss with guns at his head. What if we flipped it to when he confronts Anita Mui's character about Mun's death? Because she actually points the gun to his head, and you saw how freaking heartbreaking that was for him as well.
Yeah.
Which, yes, I'm stretching, but when you really look at it, if this is supposed to be a prequel, you look at it as like, whoa, that's the only time he's had a gun on his head, because there's no mention. Because if we're looking at this as the fall of Saigon in 1974, and I was watching the commentary on this one. They said, so it's 1974, and then 1986 is where where A Better Tomorrow 1 is supposed to happen. So that gives at least a good 12 years. Yeah, 12 years.
A long time. Yeah.
Yeah. So yes, but if in actuality, if within that 12 years, could he actually mean that thing instead of like, yep, we were in Taiwan and this happened.
Right.
But
welcome to Kyle Wong's film theory. Like an X-Files song.
Yeah. But on that, it is interesting to see how he comes from like this gentleman that does not like want to do anything except get his family out of Vietnam to like, well, I almost have no family, so I'm gonna save the only thing that matters to me most. Right. And he goes and does it with dual fucking assault rifles.
This is the perfect, because chat, all you legends that are watching right now, you guys are awesome, but this is perfect timing. The Wong Files, yes. But yeah, this is perfect timing, because I was getting ready to segue to this. Perfect comment here, Gotham. He said, I heard some people didn't like Anita Mui mentoring Mark. Now I'm getting ready to blow everyone's mind right now. When I was watching this movie, this morning, actually, I was watching this movie this morning. I'm a busy guy, man. I got to sneak it in when I can. When I was watching it this morning, it was reminding me of another movie. And I wonder if this other movie was inspired by this film, because there's a movie out there called Bad Boys for Life. Now, think about that's the third one, right?
Yeah.
Now, I've only seen that movie once. I don't have an issue with the action in that movie, the directing. I don't have an issue with that movie. There was other things, and there were some funny parts of that movie. but there was things in that movie that really made me angry. And it's something similar to this. And it's what they did with Will Smith's character.
Yeah.
Okay. And it's very similar. He was undercover, except, he was undercover for the movie, but he was in love with a mob boss's, a female who was, in the crime syndicate.
Yeah.
Very similar. All right. She breaks his heart. And then we have the Mike Lowry character that we know and love. But she's the one that dressed him up. She's the one that showed him the fancy cars. And he took that with him with the Mike. I think it's Mike Lowry, right? That's
Mike Lowry.
Name, right?
Yeah.
Right. Here we go. Will Smith's character had a female mentor that made him the Mike. I fucking hated this. I hated this. This bastardized that character because we like this character. He's fun. He's a ladies' man. He's well dressed. This is why we like him and Martin together, because they're complete opposite. Martin's the family man. This is why this ruined the movie for me. This right here ruined the movie for me. Because I was like, this is fucking we have to find out why he's a ladies' man, and we have to find whoever wrote this shit. Fuck you. Okay. I know it's a little harsh, but I hated this. Now, where this failed and why A Better Tomorrow 3 works is because Mark is not Mark yet.
No.
Mark is not a badass yet. Mark doesn't even know how to shoot in this movie. I don't mind that. But Mike Lowry was a badass cop. Mike Lowry knew how to fight. He knew how to shoot. He knew how to do everything before he went undercover to get with this girlfriend, get with this crime syndicate female.
The witch.
And that's why it works for this movie. But I'm sitting there watching this and I'm like, it made me think of Bad Boys for Life. And I wonder if they were inspired by this movie.
And we could also somewhat look at Wanted in a sense as well.
Right. Yeah.
Somewhat, I could say.
Again, even with this example, this is another good example from Gotham. Even with this example, Bond wasn't Bond yet.
Yeah.
He didn't become Bond to the very end of the movie.
Exactly.
There's a big difference. Now, if Bond was Bond, and all of a sudden he met a character that made him Bond, that would have been fucking terrible. Yeah. But that's why it works, I think, for Better Tomorrow 3. I didn't mind it. You know what I mean? Because I'm like, dude, Mark's a fucking badass. He knows how to shoot. He knows how to fight. He knows how to do all this stuff. He knows how to gun fu. Why is he having Anita Mui teach him? But that's not this character in this movie.
No.
He doesn't know how to shoot.
Yeah. He has no idea what he's doing, and but he's just charismatic. He gets by on his charisma. And even if we go back to how they were meeting, originally Munn was supposed to make this deal, but then with Anita Mui's character Kit, but he's fumbling so much that Mark actually does it for them. This is what we need to do. This is how much we're looking for. Let's see if we can make a deal of doing this. And even you see in that split second, Munn's holy shit, Mark actually took care of this, and I don't know what to do here.
Right. But I hate this is what's I may have been too harsh earlier telling that script writer to fuck off. But it's still, you can tell it still bothers me because it ruined that movie for me. I was like, this is some of the worst writing ever. And they even did that with Captain Kirk's character on one of the Star Trek shows. They did it with Captain Kirk's character. We got to find out why he's such a ladies' man and he sleeps with so many women. Fuck off. This is bad writing. We don't need to know that. He just likes women. That's it.
We
don't need to know the reason why and create this big backstory. Jesus Christ. There's so much fucking horrible writing out there, man. God damn it.
I mean,
I went on a fat rant. I'm fat ranting right now, dude. You know how long it's been since I fat ranted? Jesus Christ, bad writing, bro. Horrible writing. We need to know he likes women. That's it.
And here we are, like, and
he gets their consent and they want to bang. Jesus Christ. We gotta know why. Fuck off. Stop ruining our iconic characters. Jesus, you got another example? Give me another random bad example, Kyle. From some character, some stupid movie.
I was gonna say Alien vs. Predator Requiem. All that was bad. But that, we all knew that was bad anyway. I'll never forgive that.
I have no issues with Mui's kit shaping and molding him in the because it works for the film. Yep. It establishes early he doesn't know how to fight, he doesn't do anything. Jesus Christ. Oh, I'm just trying to think. What other iconic characters can they fuck up with horrible writing that they haven't? Well, they've already done that already with several characters. Oh God, I went on a fat rant.
I mean, yeah, this is why it's underrated. It has to happen. You get to get these rants out because it's like, we look at one film and the next thing you know, what movie also tried to do this and fucked it up?
Like, share, and subscribe if you want more fat rants. It's like, oh my God. Oh, horrible writing. Well, anyway, back to the movie. So now it's revenge time. And Anita's like gangster, bro. She's like, you know what? I'm gonna put a bomb in my purse.
Yeah. Blow up everyone. It's like 0 to 100. 0 to, like, don't worry. It's fine. Just don't do it. No sun moves.
When that goes, she's like, fuck it, I'm gonna take myself out and my boyfriend to save Mark.
Yep.
And Mun. Let's go. But you know who the MVP of this movie is? Take a guess. Who's the MVP?
Phat.
Dude, Phat.
Yep.
It's the MVP of this movie, man. Phat's a character that the father took in. Didn't speak the same language, but he took him in. He felt sorry for him. He kind of gave him a job, taking care of the restaurant with him. And it was like a sad scene when he had to leave him. He kind of bonded with Phat when they had to go to China. But when they got back to the same restaurant, they ran into Phat again. He's a soldier. You know, the language barrier is not as bad anymore. You can understand what Pat's saying. Yep. And Phat ends up saying, fuck it, I don't care if I'm part of the regiment. I'm going to help my friends, help my family out. And he came in several times, drove a van into a moving tank.
Yes.
It's like, what? Yes. Phat is the MVP indeed. Yes. Oh my God. Oh, here we go. You know what? I haven't seen that. I still to this day have not seen Diarrhea of Destiny. I still have not seen it. Have you seen it, Kyle?
Nope. Only the original 3 exists in my mind. I don't need to see the other 2. If anyone wants to fight me on that, I dare you to. But nope. Only the original 3 exists.
Yeah. There's only a trilogy. I don't know what you're talking about. There's 2 more movies. I don't know what you're talking about.
Like, I could deal with, but you know what? I don't need to see the other 2. No thanks. Just like how Harrison Ford feels.
The cranky critic has been trying to get me and Lady Fat Blood to watch Diarrhea of Destiny so bad. He so bad because he wants our reactions. He wants our thoughts on it. We still can't bring ourselves to watch it. We just like, maybe one day, and for all our channel members and patrons, we'll do an exclusive video or something, or thoughts on that movie. But yeah, we're just like not in a rush to watch it, dude.
Basically, get the alcohol ready.
I heard the first what I've heard though from people even that hate the movie, I heard that the first 20 minutes is great when you have de-aged Indy on an adventure, and it felt like the old movies on the train or whatever, and then after that it's just the shits. No, I don't know. We'll see. Maybe it might be good bad. Maybe it might be entertainingly bad. I don't know. We'll have to see. We'll see. Oh, here we go. Hated it. I switched it off.
Added 10 more minutes of that. Those 20 minutes. I said, yep.
How long is the goddamn movie? He turned it off a half an hour. Oh, a half an hour. Okay, that's an hour and a half. Oh, wow. That's funny, man. That's really funny. Stop fucking with our iconic characters, man. Oh. What's next? We're going to give a reason for Sarah Connor being Sarah Connor. We're going to rewrite Sarah Connor's motivations.
Her son, Kyle Reese, literally like crotch rod pants. Hobo's pants.
Oh.
I don't need any more memes of Sarah Connor. I've seen enough of the meme of Sarah Connor like riding Kyle Reese.
But it's revenge time. The bomb in the purse didn't work. Her mob boss boyfriend found out. He's pissed about it, and they teamed up with the antagonist. He's like, "Look, man, let's work together. We can make a lot of money." But this guy's such a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
He could have been a millionaire, but he's greedy.
Yeah.
He's greedy. He wants everything for himself. So he's like, "No, man, I'm in charge. All right. I'm going to be running shit." And then we have our confrontation shootout, and then our boy shows up. That's right. Yep. He's what? He's 65% Mark right now. Yep. I don't know. Is he 55% Mark? He's not 100% Better Tomorrow 1 Mark yet. He's no. Like what, 65?
65%. Literally 65. He's got his charisma. His charisma's not at like 100 yet. It's at 65. His weapon skill is at like 70. And basically, yeah. He's got 70% resilience. Now let's change these sliders to here.
So is he hiding the other assault rifle underneath his coat? I think he's hiding the other one. Yeah, I think he's hiding the other one.
No one talks about that.
Yeah. But we got some dual wielding, and we have a nice little shootout back and forth. And Mui's trying to get between them. She doesn't want any of them to die, really, even though she tried to blow them up earlier. Yep. But she just doesn't want people to get hurt. She's like, I like both of you in a way. Fuck it. But then we have Tony here showing up, Mun, and he's like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going full Rambo. I'm going full Rambo right now. And oh shit. Well, that was a mistake because a giant tank just showed up. Like, fuck. Like, I was doing good earlier. I was doing good earlier. I was having a nice little body count. Meanwhile, we go back inside, more action inside the house there. Killing off more of the antagonists' thugs. But yeah, Pat is the MVP. Rams the van into the tank and gets out just in time before the tank blows it up. And then we have this nice fun little sequence where Mark's like, "Hey, I'm about to show you some Mission Impossible 2 shit." I'm gonna tie a box of explosives to the bike, and I'm gonna swing it right under, and it's gonna perfectly go off and blow up, perfectly timed. And I mean, that was a little, you gotta suspend your disbelief a little bit on that one. But everyone's gun fooling in this one, so it's like it's fine. It's within the world. It's within the rules of the world that's been set up. But yeah, blows up the tank. I still wanted to see that guy get killed a lot worse.
Yeah,
I wanted 100 bullets just
bullet riddle him like how Mark was gonna end up. Yeah.
Or if you see him like actually explode, like how many people combusted in the Executioner? No, was it? Is it the Executioners? The Heroic Trio sequel.
I believe it was. Yeah.
Yeah. There's the Heroic Trio sequel. I don't know how many people blew up in that movie. We needed an explosion there. Oh man. Here we go. Hello, Jim. What's up, Will? Let's see. Better Tomorrow 3 is an okay movie. That's just that bullet in the head feels like more of a Better Tomorrow sequel. Oh, you kind of mentioned that. little bit
Yeah,
earlier,
and which
Kyle.
we'll talk
Yeah,
about
yeah.
once we
Let's
go through the
see.
film. Yeah.
That would have been fun. Sure, of course we could have used more references. We could have. Yeah, why not? Why not? But for what it is, uh, still really enjoyed it. Now, do you think this is being the black child of the franchise? Is it the black child? Wait,
Black
hold on.
Black Sheep.
The black
Black Sheep.
child. The black sheep. Sorry about that. The black sheep of the franchise.
Honestly, in my opinion, it is
No, do you
because
think the reason is because it really kind of feels like its own movie?
it,
Like you could watch this movie without it being connected to
and that's why I
yeah.
was actually gonna point out that this movie almost feels like it shouldn't have the A Bear Tomorrow like title with it if you really
Right.
look at it, because
Yeah.
as Will actually put it, um, well, so here's the thing: after the success of A Bear Tomorrow 2, um, John Woo was in the process of writing a third film, and
Oh, okay.
as the story goes, it was like Choi Hark and John Woo started like having disagreements over the length of A Bear Tomorrow 2. That's why their friendship dissolved. It went from like 4 hours to 2.5 hours,
Oh, okay.
and then that's when they like stopped being like business partners and friends. So during that time, John Woo had a script that was a prequel to a bear to Mark's character, but
Oh,
since
okay.
since that friendship dissolved,
Yeah.
John Woo took that script and basically said, "Yep, I'm gonna make something with it." And Choi Hark, being Choi Hark at that time,
Yeah.
well, I shouldn't say it that way. I shouldn't say it that way. Like it was his company that said, "Well, we want to take pieces of that script and put it in ours in
Yeah.
A Bear Tomorrow." So what happened was like Bullet in the Head was like supposed to be, what's it called? Supposed to be suppo- what was it? I'm trying to remember. Was supposed to be A Bear Tomorrow 3 and a prequel, but John Woo like had John Woo was pretty much blacklisted after that disagreement. So he had
Wow.
no rights or anything else, which is why everyone talks about why Bull in the Head was like so financially successful after that, because
Yeah.
he literally was John Woo was on his like last legs to
Yeah.
do this film. So I would say in the most disrespectful fashion ever during that time, Choi Hark basically says, "Okay, we got a script. We're gonna get
Yeah.
Chow Yun-Fat back." But also, Chow Yun-Fat was supposed to be the Toy Lung's character in Bullet to the Head. That was originally it.
Right.
But
Wow.
since contracts and everything else, he made
Yeah.
this story. And
Wow.
not only that, Bullet to the Head was released a year after A Bear Tomorrow 3. So you could tell there was like that kind of little jab of like, nope, we're going to make ours first and we're going to make it
Mm.
of this. And both films were definitely, what's it called? Were definitely paralleling the Tiananmen Square massacre and incident as
Yeah.
well, because you could tell like the students rising up against the nation and everything else, even to when Mun is actually standing against a tank. That's really it. And even listening to the, what's it called, listening to the commentary, the guy actually stated that some of this cinematography is what Choi Hark lived with when he was growing up in Vietnam at the time. So
Yeah.
whereas
Wow.
like John Woo had his influence of what is going on with Tiananmen Square and approached Bullet in the Head his own way. So
Right.
the so in a way, like there should have not this film should have not been like A Bear Tomorrow 3 at all, because it's like, yeah, it's its own story in its own way, because how everyone's bringing up like, well, there's this. What if Mark and Ken were this? What if this was this? Why didn't we see this? It's like that's beside the point. Like, we're seeing a different story of like how this man became the person he became, because of not just the events, but just everything, the culmination of what happened to his family, what happened to this one person that he loved, and what's happening around him, and then took that and became Mark. Especially that ending where like it's not even like a sad ending compared like to the bleakness of Bullet in the Head. This is just an ending where you don't know what will happen to Mark or Mun. Which, yes, we know what happens to Mark, but it's kind of like that bittersweet ending where it's like, okay,
I kind of had a feeling Mui's character was gonna die.
yeah,
I kind of had a feeling, because remember, I've only seen this once 5 billion years ago, so I don't remember.
Yeah.
I didn't remember her dying, but it just seemed inevitable. Bombing her purse, always putting herself out there, sacrificing herself for the greater good, even though she's in the crime syndicate. It was just gonna happen. It was gonna happen, you know.
And the fact that they go through the last like few minutes trying to save her, and then they get to the chopper. They got to the chopper. Get to the chopper.
The chopper.
And Pat even sacrifices himself. Like, no, I'm gonna let you guys be here. I'm gonna go find my family, and then
he got off the helicopter and stayed.
Yeah,
they're like, take your uniform off.
Yeah,
he's like, oh yeah, shit.
Yeah,
they might be looking for me. But yeah, Pat was the MVP, man.
Yeah, but no, like Kit just like dying in Mark's arms. I was just like, damn, you don't see that in most movies nowadays. Like, especially for a woman, like you said, like she was in the crime syndicate, and the next thing you know, like it's eventually gonna catch up to her. And I was like, you rarely see something like this at all.
Especially if it's a love story too.
Especially if it's a love story.
Usually they make it at the end.
Yeah. And like it's an interesting film, and even the Taiwanese cut actually brought like, which is
I was going to ask you about that. I have not seen the Taiwanese cut.
Yeah, so it is released. It is released on this box set.
I got to get that. I got to get that box set.
Yeah. So there's, from what I counted, there's at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 extended scenes that add more characterization. Like, there's a longer scene between Kit and Mark before they leave for Hong Kong, where Mark is like, they're at the club just right after their montage, and Mark talks about gambling and losing is the most painful feeling of all. And then it just cuts to a random like a person getting robbed right after that, and some guy tries to stop the robbery, and it shows like how Anita Mui's character is like really impressed, and not even impressed, just like compared to the montage. Yes, it repeats like how she is having conflicted feelings, but this is like another version of like, maybe I do have feelings for this guy. And I was like, that's an interesting aspect. Then there's a scene where Mark and Mun talk about Kit right before Kit actually arrives in Hong Kong, and it's basically he's just looking at his sunglasses in that scene, and then it cuts to a new scene where Mark and Mun are just on top of a car talking about missing her, and how
so a lot more character development.
A lot more character development, and
do
even
you prefer this cut more than the other one?
Well, there's some scenes I agree with, some scenes I don't, because this one was interesting to see like how Mun feels about like being with someone, and then it doesn't work out for him, and look what happens, it doesn't work out for him. There's also another scene where the additional scene where right before the nightclub. This one was a throwaway scene where there's another scene where they're at the night right before they go out to the nightclub. They actually talk about going to the nightclub, and I was like, okay, that's really not needed. And then there's a scene where without man and find peace. A scene where Mun and right right after. So remember, there's like that one lady that's with Mun and Shekin and Mark when they're opening up their garage.
Yeah.
We don't even know who this lady is at all. This cut actually gave her something where it's right after Shekin gets killed,
Yeah.
and what's it called? They're going through like what. This is right before Anita gives the coat to Mark, and Mun actually talks to this lady, and her name is Ling, and he says to her that, like, I know you escaped from the mainland to get freedom, but I wish I was going with you, but I'm not. So you're gonna have to find freedom somewhere else. And that kind of establishes like, oh, there's that. And then there was one more scene which is basically showing that they were trying to save Shekin after the explosion. Like they actually showed like him in the hospital.
Oh, okay. Because that was a quick transition. I was like, oh, he's
Yeah.
dead.
Yeah.
I was like, oh.
So yeah, there's actually this one's like a toss up of like, is this neat or not? But it shows like both Mark and Mun are there are just like sad that he's actually dead.
Yeah.
And they just put the blanket on him.
That's cool that you have both versions. So there you go, guys. You got both versions in that box set if you guys are interested in checking that out. I want it at some point. At some point I'll get it. But that's cool. Yeah, more character development. I can see what things could be trimmed, but it's good that they give you both. I wish more companies would do that and give different versions and different cuts. Some companies do that, some studios, but not some labels, but not everyone. But yeah, man, this was a blast talking about this. Is A Better Tomorrow 3 underrated? Well, hold on one second. Let's rewind a little bit. Remember, I only seen it one time. And again, like I said earlier, I don't remember hating it, and I don't remember loving it as the first two. But after 5 billion years, this is 5 billion years of gray, of Gandalf the Gray beard here, and sitting down and watching it and giving it, going in with an open mind, I really enjoyed this movie, man. I really enjoyed it, man. The cinematography is beautiful, the Tsui Hark style. You get some fun gunplay. And, this might be a hot take. But I kind of enjoyed this story more than A Better Tomorrow 2 story.
You actually said it for me because I was actually going to say it too, because when revisiting this film was like, this actually has a much more structured story than A Better Tomorrow 2, which is hard to say, but yeah.
That movie's so bonkers, man. That movie's so bonkers. Better Tomorrow 2. I couldn't take it seriously, man.
Yeah.
But I love the action though. And I could see people disappointed with the action from this when you're following one of the greatest action finale shootouts of all time with Better Tomorrow 2. I could see people going into this and being disappointed with the action. But I thought the action was well done. Especially when Mark is not Mark yet.
Yeah.
Sure. But chat saying it's underrated. I appreciate that. And another reason I think it's underrated is because I've always loved Bullet in the Head. When I saw Bullet in the Head way back in the day, and probably like late 90s, early 2000s, I was like, this is one of the greatest movies I've ever seen in my entire life. I've always loved Bullet in the Head. I've always talked about Bullet in the Head. People that know about Bullet in the Head love Bullet in the Head. And everybody has awesome things to say about Bullet in the Head. I want to get Bullet in the Head in 4K. We did a Bullet in the Head versus. Check that episode out with Eastern Condors. That was a lot of fun. Everyone I know, I have not met one action and martial arts film lover that did not like or did not know of Bullet in the Head. Everyone loves Bullet in the Head. I don't hear anyone talk about this movie at all. At all.
No one talks about this movie. We're the first, second.
We may not be the first. We're one of the few. Maybe some out there we haven't heard or found. But in that sense, it's underrated for sure. It's definitely underrated. But we did a poll just for fun. we posted this on social media that we were going to be talking about it, and even people, me and you were talking earlier before we went live that we were surprised.
Yeah.
People in the social media posts were agreeing that this is underrated. They're like, "Oh yeah, it's definitely underrated." I was actually very surprised. But we did a poll right here on YouTube. Let you guys vote if it's underrated or not. And yeah, they agreed.
Holy shit.
They agreed that this is an underrated film. Yeah. Just a very well done action crime drama. And yeah, really enjoyed it. Really enjoyed it for sure. I'm glad you picked this to rewatch. Is it rewatching 3 made me enjoy it? But there you go. There you go. There you go. There was a comment earlier.
My streak has not been.
No, Kyle has not failed. Even it's comedy, horror, and martial arts action. Kyle's recommendations have not failed for us to cover here. And here Gotham says, this video, if only, could be an extra bonus feature on another Better Tomorrow 3 release.
What's Arrow doing?
Arrow, hello. Hey, send this to Arrow, guys. Oh, man. But yeah, this was a blast, man. It was a blast talking to you about this. We'll be doing more videos, of course, in the future. We got an upcoming Versus this month. It's going to be a lot of fun. Me and Kyle reviewed one of these movies already. It's going to be interesting revisiting this movie for Versus, so stay tuned for that. Action Film Autopsy with Rick Myers is still coming up this month. And if you guys have not checked them out yet, my podcast interviews with Kung Lao himself, Max Huang. Make sure you check that epic interview out. Mortal Kombat 2 is right around the corner. I got a chance to sit down with Van Damme's son, Chris, and Plutarco Aza, the Robert De Niro. They call him the Mexican Robert De Niro. That's what they call him. I sat down with them for the action martial arts epic coming up this week called Mexicali. And this is another big one. I just got done interviewing yesterday Bren Foster, baby. Yes. And Jesse V. Johnson, Luke LaFontaine. So stay tuned for that interview to go up this week. So continue subscribing here, like, share, and subscribe, hype the video, hit the notification bell. A lot of cool, awesome content coming up. Don't forget to follow the Movie Dojo podcast right here on YouTube and on Spotify. And click on the link below and follow my man Kyle. That's right. On his filmmaking journey, he will keep you in the loop. That's right. Come on, Arrow. Do it now. Loud. Do it now. Yes. Yeah, Versus. We got a Versus coming up this month, so for sure. And channel members and patrons, they already know what we're doing. So shout out again to all you guys. And yeah, anything you want to say before we wrap it up?
I forgot to mention this.
Man.
I forgot to mention this. So
what?
The song that's always in that film is sung by Anita Mui, and it's a really fucking good song. And it's
because she's great at everything.
And you know what the funny part is? Like that being the theme song about it, you rarely nowadays, aside from Top Gun sequel, which we had Lady Gaga, you don't have any hype for any like music for any big film anymore.
No, not really.
Yeah. So
it's
that was my
last.
last.
It's a lost art.
It's really
a lost art. Tyler says he prefers the second one. Well, I prefer the second one over the third one because of the action, but I like the story of the third one more than two. But yeah, man, this was a blast. Thank you guys for hanging out with us. A nice little fun spoiler discussion today. Better Tomorrow 3. And we'll see you legends on the next one. Keep watching them Hong Kong action movies, baby. And give us some recommendations too in the comments below of this video of what movies you want us to see cover. And yeah, we'll do that because there's a lot. Samurai Guy's seen, me and Kyle have seen hundreds of thousands of movies, but there's billions of them out there that we still haven't seen yet. So yeah, stuff. Yeah, you'd be surprised what movies I have not seen. So yeah, that's what the channel's all about. Talking movies with you guys, hanging out with you educated, awesome lads. Yeah, chat shows up with the facts too, man. Yeah, you guys make these streams fun too. So all right, guys, take care. See you on the next one.
See ya.
Don't have any exploding bombs in your purses. Don't do it. I don't recommend it.